MiniWarGaming's Old World Wars.
Hey MiniWarGamers, welcome to another episode of Old World Wars. I'm here with Steve, and we are going to play a, wait for it, 1,500 point game today. Now, before you get started, I want to explain why we're doing this. As of yesterday, Games Workshop has FAQ'd the Warhammer rulebook with all of the end times changes. So the Lore of Undeath is like a legit magic lore now, and all armies are allowed a 50% Lord allowance. So let's just let that sink in for a second. 50% Lords. 50% Lords. So why are we doing this? Why do we choose a small point value game? Well, you kind of get to see the sway and impact of a change like that the more you scale down a game. Taking tons of Lords in a 3,000 point game, you can kind of already do that and you wouldn't necessarily change what you'd take. But the impact of something huge and crazy like multiple Lords in a small point game, we thought would be more interesting to try it for you guys. So that's all we're doing here. We're going to institute the 50 point Lord allowance and see what impact it has in the game. So I'm going to be playing my Dwarves. He's going to be playing his High Elves. Let's take a look at the armies and we'll go through what they have and then we'll do a mission synopsis, look at the table, and start playing our game. All right, so here is Steve's 1,500 points used with the army selection, now official in the Warhammer rules of 50% Lords. And what do we have leading your army?
I got a Prince on a Star Dragon.
Prince on a Star Dragon. So this is a 1,500 point game.
That's almost half my army right
And that's almost half his army, because he can take 750 points for the Lords.
He's 650.
And he's 650. So he could have another 100 points for the Lords or Heroes in there if he wanted to. Do you?
No, he's my only character.
He's your only character. All right, so Lord on a Star Dragon. So talking about big, huge things showing up, we have a Lord and a Star Dragon here. We've also got a unit of Silver Helms.
Yep.
Unit of Dragon Princes, double unit of Valerian Reavers, and a Frostflame Phoenix. So 1,500 points, almost half of it in a single model, this Lord. So let's take a look at what I brought for my Dwarves. All right, so here's 1,500 points of Dwarves. Now, it is a lot harder without giant monster mounts for the Dwarves to take a single huge character like the Elves do. So what I did instead was I made a super Death Star unit. I have my Lord with Shield Bearers. You can see him right here. That's his. That's again the special edition Joseph Bugman model that I was using my Shield Bearer Lord. He's got 6 wounds though, and he's toughness 7 with a 1+ save. So he's my unkillable super Lord. I have a basic Runesmith just to give this whole unit armor piercing. He's got a great weapon, and then I've got a Thane, and the Thane's got some magic axe stuff, shields, and another Thane who's got the Oathstone and a BSB with the Grugny banner. And that's going to give all these guys a 5+ word save against shooting and magic attacks. I got a 10-man unit of Thunderers, just because I had to get my core allowance up. This is literally exactly the minimum core allowance I can take, which is 375. So this is this is 375 points of core. Exactly. I took exactly what I had to and nothing more. 25 Dwarf Clansmen with shields. My unit displacer, that represents my Oathstone. This whole front rank is going to be characters, which is going to be hilarious. And of course, this unit has no flanks or rear because it has an Oathstone in it. So it's literally just a 360 blob of wounds with 4 dwarf characters in the front rank. And then I got double Organ Gun, because why would you not take double Organ Gun? One has forging and accuracy, the other one just has accuracy. So there it is, 1,500 points of Dwarves. I have at least, just in Lords, I think, because I have 2 Dwarf Lords, both these guys are Dwarf Lords. So I think I said he was a Thane. He's a Dwarf Lord too. So double Dwarf Lords, a Thane and a Runesmith. I think there's at least 1,000 points-ish. Almost. Probably 700 or 800 points in character. So let's see how this does against the super unit of Elves. So let's look at the table and the mission we're playing. Alright, so here's our table set up for battle lines. This is a straight up victory point game. 12-inch deployment zones on either sides. We are once again playing on the awesome Greenfield 6x4 foot map from Table War. It's a series of table mats done by frontlinegaming.org. We use it a lot in World War Wars. We have sort of a little dwarfy village set up over here. Some of our custom terrain, a few mysterious woods, and some hills. If you do like the table mats, we love them for fantasy because the movement trays slide across them so well. Check them out at frontlinegaming.org. All right, Steve and I rolling for deployments. So he gets to choose deployment zones. You choose this side? All right. Well, considering our armies are fairly small, that won't be a huge problem. All right, so Steve deploying along this edge. I'll be deploying on the other edge over here. All right, so here's my dwarf army in this corner. It is so small that really the only deployment option I have is castling the corner. So that means that in order to not be enveloped by all his cavalry and monsters, I need to have the edges of the board actually protecting my flanks. So here I am in a corner. As soon as he realized what I was doing, he started deploying models closer to me. But it does give me a good long time of shooting at his guys before I actually get into combat with them. So his Frostheart Phoenix is here on his left flank. Double unit of riders. The Lord on his dragon. And then we've got the Dragon Princes and the unit of Silverhelms way over here. So they're going to have to come around to get me. That's the plan. And my Dwarves here with their flanks protected by the actual board edge. Hanging out, waiting for the Elves to come. So let's see who gets first turn. I finished playing first. Vanguard moves?
Yeah.
Forgot about those.
Did that roll before or after first turn?
After.
Okay.
Yeah. We roll for first turn after you Vanguard. Vanguard, nice 12-inch move.
Just gonna bring them up.
Alright, so rolling for first turn. Steve's going to get a 6.
Beautiful.
And I'm going to get a 4, so you can choose to go first or second.
I will be going first.
Alright, so High Elves going first. Any charge to declare?
None.
Of course, so off you go to remaining moves. There are no compulsories right now. So a nice big 18-inch march for these guys. Elven Steeds, the 9-inch move. If them are barding, meaning they don't actually count the penalty for being barded. Lyrian Reavers heading around the obstacles here. Giving themselves a little cover.
I'm gonna do this. Let's go 9 forward.
You remember you have Swift Reform, so you can basically just move the center of the unit and face them anywhere you want.
Yeah, I'm just gonna tuck them into.
There, give yourself some hard cover.
Uh,
You just measure from the center of the
Plenty of
unit and
movement
face
for
them
that.
wherever you
I'm
want.
just
Yeah.
considering about there.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about Fast Cav. You can just kind of measure from the center model and then move the center of the unit anywhere you want, and they free reform. Who else?
This unit has a bit of swiftness, so they got a nice 20-inch move.
Okay, they do have to wheel though because they're heavy Cav. So they're going to cost them 3 to go that way. And straight ahead.
Plenty enough to get right behind them.
Okay. Frostheart Phoenix moving over here in the corner. And Star Dragon moving into the back.
Just waiting.
Magic phase.
I got to roll for my Phoenix.
So rolling power just to see what abilities this Phoenix has this turn. It's an 11. So what does that give you?
The 6, I forget. I'll look up real quick.
So it's a 4+ ward in the Frostheart Phoenix for this turn because of an 11 roll for the Winds of Magic. So you don't have any magic?
No magic.
Alright, so that moves on to shooting. Any shooting?
Yeah, for some bows.
Okay, you have bows or longbows?
I have bows.
That's 24-inch range.
Oh, they're in.
Definitely in range, yep.
And they're not.
Alright. So now are they quick to fire?
They're fast cavalry.
Fast cab, okay. So they can march and fire, but they don't ignore the move and fire
Correct.
penalty.
So it's going to be.
And they have long range, so -2 is 5s.
And one more.
One more shot, so 1 hit, 2 hits. Okay.
And your toughness 4, so it's 5s. Nothing.
Alright, so that was turn 1 Elves. The Elves are starting to get themselves in position. Turn 1 Dwarves. My character's going to reposition themselves in the front rank a little bit. My Bandle Standard Bearer moving over to this corner. Because I forgot he's got an important banner. And then the Lord and General and everybody else just kind of happy staying where they are. Unit of Thunders, they're happy where they are for now, so they're going to try and take some shots. He was within 24 inches of me, so I'm going to check my range. Pretty sure I'm also within 24 inches of that unit of cavalry. So 9 guys in range, all in long range. That's going to give me 9 shots, 5 and 4 being 9. Now I need 7s to hit here because of range and hard cover. So 7s to hit, 6s and 4s. There's 2, and then 4+. 1, I'm actually going to kill here, I think. -3+ to wound, 1 wound, -2 to your save. So light armor, do they have shields?
Nope.
Alright,
So
light
that's
armor
just
and matted.
death.
That's a dead guy. Alright, so I just checked range. Both of these organ guns are just in range of this unit. This one I'm going to do first because it can kill the furthest. Actually, this one I'm going to do first because it can only hit these 2 models right here. This one can hit everybody. It's in range of all the guys. So I'm going to do his shots first. This one is forged. This one is not. So the first one gets 2 shots. Plus 10 is 12. Alright, so I have a Bliss skill of 4 right now because of the rune accuracy. But I'm at long range, so that's going to be -1. And I am shooting through a little bit of that soft cover there, so -2. And that means I hit on 5s. So there's 4. I've only got 2 guys in range though, so I should only be able to kill 2. 2's to wound. And there's 4 wounds, but yeah, only 2 of those models are in range, and it has to kill those ones because they're the closest. It kind of, sorry, that's not actually a hard and fast rule. I can only kill them because they're the only ones in range, but he can remove the casualties from wherever he wants. It's irrelevant though, because I shot with this guy first. This guy first because he was close enough to get the other 3.
I will take him from the far side, actually.
That's fine. Well, this way you'll get the modifier again.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you got it. All right, so this is the one that is forged. So once again, now I get to reroll misfires if I do get them. And there's 6 shots plus 6 shots is 12 shots. Conveniently, I have exactly that number of dice again. So I need 5s, exactly the same as I'm shooting through this cover. And there's a bunch. And then 2s minus 3 was save. They're all dead. They take 7 wounds. And that'll be a panic test for these guys, and possibly a panic test for them. 8, very good. I don't know if you're in range or not. You kind of pulled away fast. We'll just say they weren't in range. You pulled it closest. You see, it does matter. So yeah, no, they were. I think they were out of range.
Well, let's check to be sure. If they were right in front of this model.
Yeah, I think you're fine.
Oh yeah, definitely fine actually.
So that's the end of turn 1. The organ gun's doing what the organ gun's do and vaporizing some units as they come towards me. We're gonna turn the big turn dice over to turn 2 and see what the High Elves have planned. All right, so no charges, movement. These Reavers are gonna move over here to hang out my dwarves. Silverhelms, they're going to move their first 9 up to here. Slight wheel and then advancing. And then another 9, put them right there. Again, another wheel, but we're going from the furthest corner, so that measurement works.
So here's
wheeling, 3, and then wheeling the other side. You need another ½ inch to clear the front of this guy's base. Whoops. So 5.5.
I call it 6 then.
Okay, because you just gotta get away from that line. So the movement tray kind of hanging you up here, and that's gonna give you.
Let's go right to 5. Right, mark it right there for me.
There, so it's 11. Also, it's like it's 11 if you wheeled like that because you're actually facing like this right now.
And the last little bit of wheeling was as close as I can.
To facing me? So 11, you should have a 7-inch movement left because you can move.
If I get 3 to wheel back into facing.
And then 4 to go forward. I'll put you right there.
Perfect.
Oops, right there.
there.
Alright, so there they are, starting to bear down the battle line. Frostart, you gonna come for me?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
I'm gonna bring him like that.
Okay, moving his base. So he's gonna be right there. Star Dragon, where's he going? This is your heavy hitters, half your army.
Straight on it.
Okay, there he is. Winds of Magic to see what the Frostart Phoenix gets as far as powers.
4.
It's a 4, so what does that do?
+1 attack.
Alright, +1 attack. So the Reaver's getting 4 shots short range, but you did it move. So it's going to be on 4s, 1 hit. And then a 5 to wound, no wound. Alright, so now I have to decide if I want to break up my battle line or not, and I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm just going to sit where I am. Now, because I could declare a charge with these Thunderers, who probably have a decent chance of beating up these Illyrian Reavers. Now, chances are Steve's just going to flee, and all I'm going to have happen is I'm pulled out of position, so I don't think I'm going to do that this turn. I think I'm just going to stay where I am. Now, my Lord's unit, on the other hand, the character star, is actually going to wheel 2.5 inches, so 1, 2, 2 is actually probably pretty good, and then go forward 2 inches to here. Alrighty, so now the reason I did that is it's the magic phase, which I'm going to skip because nothing actually happens, and now it's the shooting phase. Or do we roll for my magic phase, and does that affect your Phoenix? It's just your Phoenix?
Just
okay,
my own, yeah.
Just your own, okay. My Dwarf Lord here has the Rune of Flight on his magic weapon, and also the Rune of Might ×2, meaning I can throw my hammer 12 inches, hitting on a 4, and it'll be strength 8, causing D3 wounds, and then it just comes back to my hand. So let's see if I can do it. I can also stand and shoot with it.
What's the range on it?
The range of it is 12 inches, which I just checked, so I know I'm in range. So I need a 4+ to hit, which I miss. Alright, so first off, this here organ gun is going to take a shot at your Dragon Princes. It's definitely within 30. So, whoops, that's the wrong dice. I want this dice over here. This is the unforged one. 2 shots plus 4 shots is 6 shots. Hitting on 4s, long range. If I run accuracy, give me the +1 ballistic skill. So there's 5 hits. Now it's going to be 2s to wound. And there's 4 wounds. Nope, 3 wounds, because that one was cocked. -3 to your armor save, so you're going to get 5s. Nicely done. So you only lose 1.
Let's take this one.
So the Thunder is at the same target. That's 10 shots. You'd pass me 4 dice, Steve. That'd be great. Then you hit on 5s because long range against the same unit. That's going to be 5 hits. 3s to wound. 3 wounds -2 to your armor save. So that will give you a 4+. One more.
And take.
All right, and this last organ gun also shooting at that unit. I do have a clean line on them. So that's going to be 2 artillery dice for the hits. This is the forged one. 4, 6, so 6 shots. Needing 4s again. Long range. Whoa, only 1. And it wounds. 1 more 5+ save. And you're good. So that ends turn 2. Panic test over here for the Dragon Princes.
Oh, right.
Because they've lost a bunch.
Beautiful.
9, they're good.
I think they're 9. I'm pretty sure they're 9.
Let's check. All right, so turn 3 High Elves now beginning. Do you have any charges?
Yep. I got this one first.
Okay.
2 Thunders.
Okay, anybody else charging them?
Yeah, no, do you have... there's a rule I forget. I have to clear both my charges.
You have to clear all your charges against a single unit, yeah.
Okay.
And then I pick who I stand and shoot against.
Alright, both of them.
Okay.
On Thunders.
All right, so both units charging my Thunders. I'll stand and shoot obviously against the ones I can, which is the Dragon Princes. So with the Dwarf crafted, I ignore the penalty to standing and shooting, which is nice, but I will still be at long range. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10, hitting on 5s. So there's 2 wounding on 3s, 2 wounds, 4+ saves. And there's 1 more dead, and that will be a panic test. So Musician going, and panic on them, leadership 9. You're good. So rolling charge range for them is relevant because they're automatically in. So they're going to go like so, because they have to stay on the table, which will just barely bring 3 into combat. And what do these guys need?
Let's see what they need actually. It is going to be a 17-inch. Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, 17-inch charge.
17 or 17 and change.
I need 7. I do 10-inch charge.
10 charge, that's right, because of your banner, that's right. So you need a 7, and that'll just get it. So they're in.
Perfect.
And there they are, maximizing if they can into combat. Here we go, an 18-inch march on the Silver Helms.
My finger, why not?
Do you know the charges? Your Frostward Phoenix isn't going to charge?
No, he's not.
Okay. So marching back to here. Frostward Phoenix going to hang it behind my battle line.
Which I probably won't.
Here comes the Lord.
I'm going to go
20 inches.
a little bit under.
And hang it over there.
Actually, tuck it over this way a bit.
Magic phase. Let's see what your ability is on your Phoenix. I think you're hoping for a ward save, but
4,
you don't get
that's
it.
another +1 attack. 3 guys.
All right, so we've got 3 Lyrian Reavers in combat now because there is no shooting, fighting against my Thunders.
So we're hitting on 4s.
4s, you got it.
Rerolling
for your speed of Azerion. So 2, 5s to wound.
Spears. 4's wound.
4s to wound, that's right.
2 wounds.
2 wounds. All right, I have heavy armor. I did not buy them shields, so I get 6s to save. No, 2 dead. All right, and the Dragon Princes.
Oh, wait, let's do the horses actually.
Oh, sorry, 3 horses, that's right.
So I guess we're hitting on 4s.
4s, yep. 1 and 5s to wound.
Nothing. All right.
Dragon Princes. Hit on 3s. And re-rolling. And then what's your strength?
Strength 5 on the charge.
Alright, so 3s to wound. 2 wounds. So I don't get any saves against that, so 2 more dead.
So my horses are faster too, right? My horses are faster than you?
Here comes the horses. 4s to hit, 1, 5s to wound. No wound. Alright, so now I get to fight back. I have 2 dwarves who are obviously going to fight the Reavers, because that's the soft target. Hitting on 4s. 2 hits, wounding on 4s. 2 wounds, 2 5+ saves. So 1 dead there. Then there is 3 guys fighting back against the Dragon Princes. So that's going to be 4s to hit, 1 hit, And forced to wound, no wound. And actually, I just realized I need to roll and see what my grudge is. So I didn't. 5, 6. Okay, so everybody's going to hit your characters. At the end of the combat, there are 4 dwarves dead. He's got a flank and a charge for 5, 6. I've got an injury for 1. But I do have more ranks than him, because you count my front rank, and you're not broken. Doesn't matter, so I'm stubborn. I lose by a ton, but I'm stubborn. There's your mine. Steadfast! I pass. Alright, so charges to declare in my turn. None. What we are going to do is these guys are going to do just going to do a reform. A reform facing like this. So obviously nobody can charge. Okay, your guy's important, I'm sorry. Alright, so they are reforming. And I think that's it for my movement. So magic phase, I don't have one. Shooting, I'm going to start putting some guns into the ye old Frostheart Phoenix. So my first organ gun, this is the unforged one. 10, 14 shots. These are hitting on 3s because it's short range. So I will take away the 1s and 2s. And then wounding on 5s is its toughness 6. So only 1 5+ save. That could certainly have been better. Nope, takes a wound. And the second one. Right here, the forged one. It gets 2, 4 shots. Ooh, not what I wanted. So 4 shots, let's see what happens. Hitting on 3s. 3 hits, wounding on 5s. 2 wounds, 2 5+ saves. 1, so 1 more wound. Alright, combat. Elves going first over here.
Alright, let's do these 3 guys.
Alright, they've got 4s to hit, but they can reroll for speed. And then 5s to wound, no longer charging. 1 wound, so I get a 5+ save. I pass. Horsies. 3 horsey attacks. Hitting
I'll do all the horses together.
All the horses together,
Next,
okay.
Yeah.
Dragon Princes. 3s to hit this time, and rerolling. And then 5s to wound, strength 3. 1 wound, 5+ save. Nope, so I'm going to lose a dwarf. And then you got your horsies. This is it. This could break my steadfast.
That's not
Nothing.
shot.
All right. So once again, I will have a dwarf punch your Illyrian Reavers. And he does. And forced to wound. Yep. Well, the ink is cocked. Nope, no wounds. And then I've got 3 dwarves fighting against Dragon Princes. Forced to hit. Forced to wound. 1 wound. Make a save. 2+. Yeah, you're good. So you killed 1 and you have a flank. You win by 2, but I'm still steadfast because of my rank. And I pass. Alright, so at the top of turn 4 now. There's 3 turns left in the game. So, charge to declare there, Steve. So, charges being declared.
Silverhelm's into your big block here,
And dragon
into your block here.
Alright, so that's it. We resolve that, and then you do your next one. So over here, I'm going to stand and shoot, because I can actually throw my hammer at your lord, and that's what I'm going to do. So, standing and shooting.
What's the range on that hammer?
12. I believe I get to do it when you come into my long range. Or maybe not. Maybe I can't stand and shoot side of range. I actually can't remember.
No, you can't.
You can't? Okay, I think it used to be different, but I'm probably just remembering this wrong. YouTube commenters, if you remember, when you start at long range, losing your stand and shoot, if you guys could give us a page reference, that'd be great, because it used to be, in the old days, that you would wait until they got into range and then do it. But I guess now it's all resolved from the beginning of the charge, so...
If it used to be that way, it could... I don't know. I didn't know that I ever played that way ever in previous editions.
Yeah, in previous editions, once the charge... Because, remember, charge ranges were fixed. So, so it wasn't like you had to randomly roll. So you would check to see if you're in charge range, and then you would stand and shoot once you got into charge range.
That's a good...
But I could be totally wrong. I've played too many editions of this game at this point, so it's hard to remember. So I won't stand and shoot, obviously, if I can't. But Steve's gonna look it up real quick. Yeah, and I thought I was right. So the way that it works in this edition of Fantasy is you always assume to, if you stand and shoot, be in the maximum range of your weapon if they declare a charge against you, because the assumption is that they move in and then could potentially be driven off if they fail their charge. So I get a single shot with my lord. He's gonna hit on a 3 with his thrown hammer. And he misses. Sorry, it would be a 4 actually, because of long range. Alright, so rolling your charge range.
So I'm going to need...
14.
5.
Alright, so a 5 with the silver helms.
And they get it?
And they get it, yep. And then... Your load.
21.
All right, so you need 11. If I get the highest though, because Swift Stride, and he gets it. Whoa, just so, and he goes. All right, so these guys just gonna charge in and can't stand a shoot, obviously, because I am a dwarf. So you will line up against the gun.
Here, let's just take the Phoenix off so everything.
No, it's fine. It's fine where it is. It's okay. Yep, we're good. We just got lots of swooping going on. All right, so magic phase. Let's see what your Phoenix gets.
This is important. That's
1 and
3.
So low. Is that an extra attack?
No, that's going to be a bad thing.
All right, so Steve electing to do the combat over here first. He's got 2 attacks now from Reavers, both of which miss, but he can re-roll because of speed. 1
and 5's wound.
5's doing nothing.
And
5 attacks from the Dragon Princess, hitting on 3s. There you go, re-rolling and winning on 5s.
Come on, 5s.
1. 5 will save. Come on, save my steadfast. Nope, I'm gonna lose a guy. So no longer steadfast. I'm taking a casualty.
4 horses.
And then 4 horses attacking, hitting on 4s. Ooh, horses are mad. Hitting on 4, winning on 5s. Whoa, horses are really mad. So 3 wounds. Horses doing better than the elves. 5s to save. I saved 1. So I'm going to lose 2 more. So that'll be 1 attack against the Reavers and 1 attack against the Silverhelms. So against the Reavers, misses. Against the Silverhelms, hits. And come on, wound. Wounds. Die. 2+. 2+ against the 90 Knights. No, they're okay. All right. So over here, we've got guys all over the fighting rank. So where would you like to go? You can issue a challenge first if you'd like to. Or which combat do you want to do? Do you want to do the one with the Frostwar Phoenix first? Oh wait, we didn't even resolve this combat, did we?
Yeah, let's resolve that. Yeah, let's resolve that.
I just assumed that I wasn't going to run away. So you got a casualty and a flank, and that's going to give you 2. You have a banner. That's right, for 3. I am leadership 10. Rerolling for my banner. So 7. I'm good. So sorry. Now which one do you want to do? You want to do the Frostwar Phoenix?
I want to do the Frostwar.
Okay. So you charged. How many attacks you got?
I actually forget on this guy a lot.
So 4 attacks from this guy. He's going to hit me on. What's the skill?
What skill? 6.
Ooh, 3s. Well, lots of hitting. And strength?
Strength 6.
2s.
Oh!
Whoa! Whoa! You only killed 1.
Okay.
I'll live with that. So killed 1. So my fear test for being in combat. Whoa! But I can reroll for my banner, and I'm good. So I get to hit you back with 2 attacks, hitting on 4s. Ooh, 2 hits. And toughness, -1 strength. Well, I needed 6 to win no matter what. Oh, I got a wound! 5+.
5+ armor save. And then 5+ ward.
Nope. Ah, okay, so you do get that. I know you can thunderstomp me if you can.
Yep. D6.
So D6. 1,
2. 2.
Oh, so I lose 1 more dwarf. But the cannon crew's still alive. Holding them up for a turn. I love it. So let's see what happens. I'm going to get to punch that guy.
How did you survive?
You rolled a lot of 1s to wound me. Leadership 9, stubborn. I'm good. All right, the big tamale over here. So would you like to issue a challenge?
No.
Okay, I will issue a challenge with my lord on shield bearers.
I'll take it with my lord.
Okay, great. So these guys are going to move over and they're going to fight.
Well, I'll just move them to the side way over there. Just to clear the table up a little bit.
It's fine. I got mine. No, it's okay. We're exactly the same size. I will happily fight you. So the initiative on your lord, I think, is the highest.
What, 8?
Yeah, definitely highest. I'm weapon skill 7.
And weapon skill 7.
All right, so you hit me on 4s.
Rerolling. Ooh.
All right, I'm toughness 7.
Strength 7.
So 7 forced to wound.
1 wound.
All right, so I have a 1+ armor save. Means I get a 5+ armor save now. Nope, and I have a 4+ ward. Nope, so I have 6 wounds, meaning now I have 5 left. So would you just want to do Dragon now?
Dragon's initiative 2, so I have to go with this unit.
Okay.
Okay, so I want to put 2, 4, 6, 7 attacks on this guy right here.
Okay, into the Dwarf Lord, perfect.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, and sorry, I just for the record, this whole unit gets additional -1 armor save because of Forge Fire. Just so you know.
Okay.
The basic attacks, yep. So all on that lord, he's weapon skill 7s, you hit him on 4s, and rerolling misses. He's toughness 5, so you wound him on 4s. So there's 4 wounds. Strength 5?
Yep.
All right, so he's got a 2+ save, which means he's got a 4+ save now. He's good. He's got 3 more saves to make, I forgot. All right, so he's taking 1 wound.
Your banner.
All right, so there's 3 more attacks can be made, and they're all going to be made against my other Thane. He's weapon skill 6, so you're going to hit him on 4s. 1, 2, 3. His toughness 5, so 4s to wound. Nothing. All right, so those are all of those attacks.
My horses are higher than you.
Okay, well your horses are going to have to attack.
Same. So the
Because
three.
there's no regular guys.
Yeah. So the three horses that attack the Thane will attack the Thane again.
Okay.
Hits and
6 is to wound.
Nothing.
Nothing.
The other 6 onto that Lord.
Okay, so 4 is to hit. And then 6 is to wound. 1. All right, 2+ save. He's good. All right, so this fella here, the Lord with the Hammer, he has a initiative higher than 2, so he's going to go before the dragon. He has 4 attacks because of his just being a Dwarf Lord. Weapon skill 7, he's going to hit the unit here. Hitting on 3s. And you are not characters, so they hate you. I might hate the whole army. Let me look that up. Yeah, with a 5/6 for Ancestral Grudge, I hate the whole army. So the Dwarf Lord re-rolls his roll. Nope, then he misses. And then he's Strength 4, so he is going to wound on 3s. So there's that many wounds. -2 to your save, though, because of Forge Fire. So that's going to be 2 dead. All right, so the next guy who's initiative 3, I believe, is my BSB. That's a Thane. He's got 3 attacks at weapon skill 6. So he's going to hit on 3s as well. And he hates you because you're funny looking. So there's 3 hits, 3s to wound against the Knights. 2 more wounds at -2, so it's going to be a 4+ save. So they're good. And then that gives me my shield bearer attacks against your dragon. They're going to go on your prince, because why wouldn't I attack your prince? Their weapon skill 5, so they hit on 4s.
I can do a challenge.
Well, he's part of the challenge. His shield bearer is coming to the challenge.
Oh, his shield, I thought
just like the dragon does. They reroll their misses though because they hate you, so no hits. And then everybody else that I have is going to strike last, except for these dwarf warriors, of whom there is a champion. He only gets 1 attack though, so it's 5 attacks. And these are just hitting your knights. And that'll hit on 4s, rerolling because they hate you. And then wounding on 4s, strength 3. So there you go, 4 saves at -1, so 4 3+ saves. So 2 dead. All right, so everybody left has great weapons.
I'm a dragon.
All right, so the dragon.
Weapon skill is 7.
Star Dragon, all right, so 4s to hit.
Oh, crap.
1 hit, strength 7, so 4s to wound. So 1 wound, -4 to my save. So I get a 5+ armor save, which I fail, and a 4+ ward. Nope, so I have 4 wounds left. Oh, shield bearers, you're so awesome. So I got 2 guys with great weapons here. There's my Runesmith and my Lord. My Lord is going to attack your rider, your general. Weapon skill 7, so he's going to hit you on 4s. And he's going to hate you because of Ancestral Grudge, so 4s to wound. Nope. And then strength right now is only 6. He has a great weapon. So 2s to wound. 2 wounds. Now it's -4 to your armor save though because of Forge Fire.
So what I gave him.
All right, so he has a 6+ armor save, which you can re-roll. You get 2 wounds on you. Yep. So 6s. Nope. And re-rolls. You take 2 wounds. All right, and then my Runesmith with his 2 attacks. He's going to attack your knights. Hitting on 3s. I'll just go 5. Whoops. 2 hits. Strength 6. 2 wounds. -4 to your armor save though because of Forge Fire. So you get 6s to save. Nope, 2 more knights. Alright, so Thunder Stomping my poor units. D6 from the dragon. Strength 7.
Does it hit your Lord?
You can't Thunder Stomp my Lord. It's all as shooting for Thunder Stomp.
Okay.
So 2s. And 1 save I don't get, so 1 Dwarf Warrior. Alright, so the end of the combat, Steve scored 1, 2, 3, 4 wounds. He's got 5 for a charge, 6 for a banner, so 6 total. I've scored 2, 4, 6, 8 wounds. So that's going to be 8 wounds. I've got a banner and a BSB, so that's 2 more. So that's going to put me at 10. And I've got 3 ranks, so that's going to put me at 13. So 13 minus 6.
Whole bunch.
All right, you lose by 7.
You forgot to count my banner.
I did count your banner.
You did count my banner?
Yep, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the banner, 6 for charging. So you have 6 total. 6 to 13. That's -7 your leadership, so you need 3s.
Them first.
So them first, 3s. Nope.
Gone.
And the wizard, you good? 3s, nope. All right, so they're gonna run away. I'm gonna let them. I'm not gonna pursue. I'm just gonna reform.
All right, so knights are gonna go 8.
Okay, restraining. I do with a 10. And the Dragon Lord, he's going to go 9. It's going to put the front of his base. Whoops, grabbing the Phoenix. Front of his base over there. All right, and there's 1 wound left on his Lord. So at the end of the combat, I chose to not pursue, so I'm just going to reform and face ye old Phoenix. All right, so that brings us to bottom of turn 4 and charge I want to declare. I'm going to charge your Frostheart Phoenix with this big unit right here.
Right on.
All right, I'm going to roll. I go in. So shablam, we're going to hit those guys. So I don't forget, I'm going to make my fear test now for the unit. Leadership 10, which I pass, so I don't forget. All right, I don't have a magic phase, so I'm just going to start shooting. This organ gun is going to shoot into the Lord. Let's see how many shots he gets. Oh, misfire. It's the forged one, luckily. It's the one that's not in combat. 4. 8 is 12 shots. So I do have a nice clean line to the back of his base there, so I can shoot that guy. It's going to be on 3s because I'm in short range. Taking away the 1s and 2s. Now I have to randomize. On a 5, 6, I'll hit the rider, which is what I really want to hit. And on a 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm going to hit the dragon. So there's plenty on the rider. 4 on the rider, and then 5 on the dragon. So on the rider, wounding on 2s. It's going to be 4 wounds. So those 4 wounds, you need to roll -3 because it's armor piercing. 5s and the twin link because you have a reroll. Uh-oh. You'll lose 2 of these. No. All right, so the rider's now dead, and that'll be a monster reaction test for the guy on...
Is it 1 die in 8?
It's leadership test. Now, luckily, the dragon is leadership 9, so
you're good.
He passes. No test necessary, but the rider's now dead. All right, so that ends my shooting phase. We're going to go right to combat. So what's the initiative on your Phoenix?
Still your turn, so his +1 initiative is 4.
All right, so I believe my initiative is also 4 with my Dwarf Lords and my Shield Bearers. So you're going to go at the same time. So who'd you like to attack? My unit?
I'll attack that Thane with the Oath Stone.
Okay.
Far corner.
The thing with the Oath Stone? The thing with the Oath Stone is the one with the BSB. The Lord with the hammer.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, the BSB then.
Okay.
Oh, so he has slow wounds, doesn't he?
Yep. You only have 2 though.
Okay.
He's got the Oath Stone.
Okay, so yeah, which buff's killing him?
Of the Thane?
Yeah.
6. So 4's to hit. 2. And toughness 5, so 3s. 1 wound. Alright, so the Thane has a 4+ armor save and a 4+ ward save because of the Master Regrun at Grugny. So I don't think I get my armor save, do I? Strength 6? Oh no, I do. I get a 6, which I fail, and then a 4+ for my ward, which I pass. So my Dwarf Lord, weapon skill 7, is going to get his attacks. Now he hates everybody in this army, so it's on 3s, weapon skill 7, rerolling his misses. And with his double rune of might, he becomes strength 8. So he's going to wound on 2s.
You're -1 strength when he makes contact with me.
Okay, so strength 7 then, so he's going to wound on 3s. Oops, nerd. So that's going to be 3 wounds.
5+ armor saves.
5+.
Or ward saves.
Well, yeah, just ward saves, I think. All right, and they multiply into D3 wounds per. So that's going to be 4 wounds total, and he's going to blow up. So at the end of the combat, we're just going to reform to be facing this way. All right, so on to turn 5, Haya. Oh, sorry, not quite. I forgot we do have a combat over here. You get your 2 Illyrian Reavers, fight my 2 Thunderers.
And 5's wound.
5's to wound, so no
Nothing.
wounds. And then you've got 2 knights, so that's 5 attacks. Hit on 3s and rerolling for Speed of Azarian. And then wounding on 5s.
Nothing.
Nothing. And the horses did it last time. You got 4 horses. They get mad. The 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. They all hit, and this is going to do it right here. Going to kill them all. I knew it. I knew it. It's all about the horses. Anybody who runs lots of cavalry knows the horses are more dangerous than the riders. 5+ saves. No, I only lose 1. So this guy's dead, and I get to fight back. I'm going to punch a Reaver again on 4s. And forced wound. No, there's a wound. 5+. Yeah, you're good. All right, so you're going to win by 1, 2 for your flank. And that's going to be leadership 8 with a reroll. I'm good. This is the combat that never ends. So now we go on to turn 5 High Elves. Second last turn of the game. You don't have any charges you can declare, but you do have to do some rallies. So compulsory. You have no general left, so Rally 8 for them. Yeah,
they're double 1 for them.
Oh, that's right, because they're below 25.
And 9 for him. And he
rallies. So the dragon rallies.
And they're going to run. Oh, sorry, they're going to run.
They're going to run.
Both ways.
7 inches, yeah, you got it. So dragon turns around and rallies. And it doesn't have any... Did I cause a wound to it?
No, you
didn't cause a wound to it. Did I even roll to wound it with my organ gun? I can't remember. I think I forgot.
Oh, you actually forget.
I needed 6s to wound, so I'm not really worried about it. Alright, so combat, the last standing Thunderer fighting these guys. So 2 elves from the Illyrian Reavers. 1 hits, but he gets to reroll for speed. 5s to wound. Oh, 5+ armor. Nope, I'm dead. So that aces this unit. So you can reform these units now because you won. If you would like.
Yeah, why not?
Alright, so reforming to face. And that's going to be turn 5 High Elves, so turn 5 Dwarves. Alright, so nice and simple. The first things first, this organ gun with forging is going to shoot these Dragon Princes. Actually, do I want to charge? Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, I do. The units with the Dwarf Lords in it is going to charge the dragon. What would you like to do?
I'll take it.
Okay, so in we go. We're going to go 9 inches, which is lots of range. This unit should be centered. I just can't get it there because of the dragon's head. So, yeah, we will be centered on the model, like so. There you go. Perfect. That's the direction he's going to be facing in a second anyway. Alright, so there we go. So again, skipping my magic phase, now onto the shooting phase. I'm going to put this organ gun right here into the unit of Dragon Princes. So how many shots is the unforged one? Whoa, of course it might blow up. It does! Alright, so I have to roll on the chart. Let's see what happens. 1 or 2, that's bad. I think it explodes. Alright, well, all things considered, it stood up to a Frostart Phoenix, so I'm not really mad at it. Alright, so now the one that is forged, we'll shoot at the Dragon Princes as well. 6. And misfire, but it's forged. So 6 is 12 shots.
7.
There's 10. Oops, 10, 2 more. Thank you, sir. Alright, so short range shooting on 3s because of accuracy. Taking away the 1s and 2s, and then wounding on 2s. Oops, didn't pick that one up. There we go. So that's going to be this many -3 saves, so that many 5+ saves. 5 5+ saves. Or 6, actually. And then it goes away, and that's a panic test for those Reavers. And they're okay. So combat. I can't issue any challenges because he doesn't have any heroes left. So we're just going to go right to combat. I think you have initiative 2?
Yep.
Alright, so I get to go first. I'm going to go with my Lordy Lord with the Rune of Might over here first. So he's going to attack with 4 attacks, hitting on 3s.
Oh, before combat, I'm going to challenge.
You can't, you're not a character.
I'm not a character, so I
yeah.
can't do it anymore.
Rerolling because I hate you? I think I just said that, actually.
Did you?
Yeah. And doubling my strength, so I'm strength 8.
My lord came back. He's a ghost.
Did he? So that's only 1 wound, because the 1s do not wound. So it's -6 to your armor save, though.
So no save.
So no save. So it turns into D3 wounds.
Uh-oh.
That's 3 wounds from the Lord with the Rune of Might. Alright, so the Battle Standard Bearer, he is weapon skill 6, so he hits on 4s, I believe. What's your weapon skill?
Oh,
is it 7?
7, I
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so I reroll because I hate you. So 2 hits, 6s to wound. No wounds at all. Shield Bearers from the Lord, they're going to hit on 4s, and they hate you. So 1 hit, 6s to wound. 1 wound, -2 to your save.
Strength is it?
It is strength 4.
Your strength 4?
Yeah. Well, the character is, yeah. It's a Thane. And -2 to your save.
Good.
You're good. -3 to your save, actually. I'm +1 strength in the charge. So
that's a wound.
That's a wound, yeah. I forgot about Resolute. Actually, that would have made him strength 5 as well. Alright, so now we're down to initiative 3. I don't have any. I have 2 Always Strikes Last guys left, and I have initiative 2. So we go at the same time with the initiative 2 guys.
Okay. I'll take my 6 attacks.
Alright, 6 attacks. There you go. Weapon skill 7. Who are you going to direct them at? You'll have to pick a target. My Lord is almost unkillable, so you probably want to do one of the guys that doesn't
I'm going to
stone
go for
first.
the old stone guy.
The old stone guy, the guy with the BSP. He's got a word save, though.
Yep.
Okay. So weapon skill is 6, so you hit him on 3s. And toughness is 5, so you hit him on 2s. So there's 3 wounds. I do have a word save of 4+, which I will get. I take 2 wounds. He's dead. He's only got 2. So you killed my battle standard bear. Oops. That does mean that my banner comes back into the unit. Yeah, we know where they are. Alright, so my Lord with his great weapon, he's going to hit on 4s, weapon skill 7. And he's going to hate you. And he is strength 7 right now, so he's going to wound on 4s. Because of resolute. So 2 wounds at -5 to your armor save.
Oh, we'll save.
Alright, so down to 1 wound left. And that's my Runesmith attacking. Actually, sorry. My regular dwarf should be attacked before my Lord, so I'm going to do them right now. I have 6 because that banner pushed up into the front. Hitting on 4s. And then wounding on...
No hatred?
No, the hatred's only on the characters.
Oh.
Wounding on 6s. Nothing. So then it's the Runesmith. He has 2 attacks. Hitting you on 4s. He hates you, though, and this could do it. 1 hit. Strength 7 right now because of resolute. That wounds, -5 to your -5 to your save.
Dead.
And that'll kill the dragon.
You will do a Thunder Stomp, though.
No, it's always Strix last.
I thought it was initiative step 1.
Oh, is it initiative step 1?
I don't know,
I think it's at
actually.
the end of combat after everything's fought.
That
Well, let's
could
look.
be it.
So yeah, the Thunder Stomp actually goes at the same time as the Great Weapons, so it will happen. 4, wounding on 2s. And that's 3 more. So 3 dead dwarves, because they don't get any kind of save, and it's alkylic shooting. I think. Let me just check. Yep, so it's going to kill those 3 dwarves, because it's a unit in base contact, not a character or a model. So that means that I am now down to this many dwarves left. And you owe me a unit destroyed test for these guys. Which they pass. So they're going to stick around. And we will just reform like so. I can't remember if I made a fear test, but I would have passed it. Alright, the Reavers, they're going to stand in, or charge into my unit of this thing.
This thing.
Rally these guys.
Oh, I can't.
Double
think
ones?
I can.
Nope, they keep going. And they're slow march off the board. And this is turn 6, guys. So this is the final turn of the game. He's just going for some victory points here. Alright, so you've got a bunch of attacks against my War Machine crew. 3 onto the crew members, hitting on 4s. But you hate me. Or you're faster than me, actually. 5's to wound, though. 1 wound.
4's a wound.
Oh, 4's to wound, that's right. And I only have light armor, so I'm going to lose a guy. So he's dead. Horses go next, because they're faster than me. I'm only initiative 2. 1 hit. 5's to wound. And no save. So 2 back at you. They're going to hit on 4s. They do hit, and they're going to wound on 4s. 1 wound. Nope, so you lose 1. So you killed 1 and you charge. That gives you 2. Meaning that I'm going to lose that combat by 1 for the 1 casualty that I caused. Leadership 10 for my general. 9. I'm good. We stick around. Alright, so I really have nothing I can do because I don't have a charge, so I can just reform to face this if there wasn't another turn of the game. And we're really just going to fight 1 more round of combat, and that'll be game. So you go first. You got 2 elf attacks now. Hitting on 4s, rerolling because of speed, and then 5's to wound. 1 wound, 6+ save, light armor. Nope, I'm going to lose a guy. And the crippler's going to get you, man. The crippler's got the pipes. 2 hits from the horses. Horses are mad. No wounds. Alright, here comes the crippler punching you. He hits. 4's to wounds. Oh, make a save. 5+.
Oh!
Alright, so once again, Gunner's Pride. I stick around. I'm stubborn. And thus ends the game. Alright, so there you have our 1,500 point game Warhammer Fantasy Battle with the new 8th edition amendment that 50% of your army can be taken in Lords. So we thought it would be interesting, once again, to do a smaller point battle, because in a smaller point game, you're really going to see the impact of being able to bring that many heavy hitters, aren't you? So we had a Star Dragon on the table.
Yeah.
You said that was the first time you ever used it?
I've never used that model before, yeah.
Why is that?
It was a Star Dragon.
Yeah. Well, how many points? So it's 650.
It was 650.
So really, until now, the only way you'd be able to field that model is in a game that would be at least, what's 4 times 650? 2,400 points,
You can
2,500
give him
points.
a little bit less magic items and get him in 2,400 points.
But you couldn't take his full allowance of 100 points of magic items to fit him in, could you?
I could have, but I couldn't get other things to balance well with him. I mean, everybody talks about how powerful it is or whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a lot of ones, but it was too many points in
A single model, yeah.
Like, I think your way was the right way to go with multiple lords all bunkered in the Death Star.
Well, I don't have a choice with dwarfs, right? Like, I can't take a ridden monster. There's nothing I can take.
Exactly.
So really, the monster I can ride around in is a unit of dwarf clansmen. So that was my version of what you were doing. It doesn't fly, it doesn't go anywhere, but it sits anchored with some war machines, and yeah, you don't really want to fight that, as you saw.
I think a regular high elf list would have done better against this unit.
Probably.
Magic and shooting is away from it.
Yeah, magic and shooting. You just could have ground it down. Well, because that's the thing with any kind of Death Star. Every turn it's not in combat, it's losing its victory points, right? I had almost 1,000 points of my army bunkered in this one unit, but I had I think a full 1,000 points bunkered in that unit. But every turn it's not killing anything, it's not doing anything for me. So that's why I actually bought that guy, the Thor's hammer, the flying hammer. Because I knew you were gonna fly around me, and I'm like, Reef, I'll just turn and throw a hammer at you, and turn and throw a hammer at you, and see what happens. That hammer's pretty dirty. Yeah, the thrown double might hammer I thought was actually pretty cool, because it still works in combat too. So like I still got some guys with it. So yeah, it was pretty.
Dragon with it too.
Yeah, it was pretty polarizing in my mind, because in this scale points game, you really saw the impact of being able to take that many lords. Now, I can think of some positive impacts too to doing this. The first thing I can think about that I think is kind of positive about increasing the points cap for lords is it actually makes fantasy a bit more accessible.
There's that.
Right? So if you can take some big characters or big like, heavy hitters in your lord allowance, you don't have to paint as many rank and file models to get into fantasy. So people starting fantasy for the first time, the entry level is a little bit more accessible because you can take some heavy hitters and start playing fantasy faster.
But isn't the appeal? Well, I guess it's different for everybody, but fantasy to me, it's the multiple big blocks of stuff.
Absolutely.
That's the game.
Don't get me wrong. Every one of us is going to like Warhammer for different reasons.
Right.
But all I'm saying is, to play devil's advocate here, is by increasing the amount of lords you can take, you can actually make the sort of like collecting to enter this game, that ticket's a little less hard, right? You can get into the game and play a little bit quicker because you don't have to paint up so much stuff to bulk out your army.
You did play 5th edition, correct?
I played every edition. Oh yeah. Oh dude, how many eyes on a dragon?
Right.
Vampire Lord on a chariot with a heart of woe.
Flying boots on your
dwarf lord. Like I have been in that edition of fantasy, and it was just as much fun as this one.
Yeah, you know what? Okay, I don't spend a whole lot of time on the forums, but there's been a couple I do check up on it now and then, and everybody's calling it Hero Hammer all over again. It's not that bad. It's not. It's not that bad.
Because what you saw.
I mean, these are one game.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was a small point game, so what we did was by playing a small point game, we stretched out the comparison. There was not a lot of things that could absorb damage. So our heavy hitters had to fight our heavy hitters eventually. It was bound to happen because there was nothing else in the army could take it out. So like it was not like you had a big unit of white lines that could go grind my unit. You had no choice but to fight it at some point. So that was intentional. We did that to try and highlight what the impact of it would be on playing a game. It was still a fun game. I had a good time.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I'm not happy with the way it went, but I still like playing these games. So.
Yeah, and I think it was useful. It was a learning experience for us to see what that would look like. Having 2 dwarf lords in a unit is gross because I have the unkillable challengey guy, and I have the murder machine with Thor's hammer, and then I had the cheapo runesmith, just a great weapon to give me all armor piercing, and my BSB 5+ ward against shooting and magic. So yeah, it was definitely a killer combo with just a cheapo unit of shield warriors in there to absorb damage and give me ranks instead of combat res.
For me, it was just using a model that's been on my shelf for years.
Absolutely,
years.
And I think that's awesome. I think that being able to use a model that was on your shelf for years and years and years is fantastic.
Like when did that dragon come out? How long ago? Like,
and my hope is that by the positive spin I put on this 5th edition or 50% Lords thing is, yes, it's been around before. It was in 5th edition. The game was fun then. The game was still fun now. And the big imbalance I would see if it was still in the game would be the multiple level 4 wizards. But you only get 12 power dice.
See, that's
the not being able to buy power dice anymore fixes that for me.
But I mean, not a lot of armies can know every spell in a lore.
Yeah.
Now you can do that.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. But then you've got what, a 300-400 point model sitting around not casting magic.
Yeah, but I mean, in this particular matchup, Wizards would have been a lot better.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm talking about overall in the meta of fantasy, the cap on magic dice, not being able to purchase magic dice with your wizard. Because in 6th edition, right, every time you bought a mage, his power level is added to your power pool. So buying another mage, that guy had dice he came with to play with, right?
But no, I mean, this is we're talking about right now. But I mean, there wasn't dwellers.
No, there wasn't super spells.
Right? So
that would mess me up. Yeah, that would mess me up. Absolutely. I'm not. We can't encompass all possible situations here. No, because if we go down that road right now, we will just be like argument, counter argument forever.
Exactly.
My positive spin on this is it might make the sort of like the entry point into fantasy model wise a bit lower, making it a bit easier to find opponents and play. More people playing fantasy. I think that's awesome.
It's a fun game.
Yep, and the thing that Steve just said, he got to play with a model he's barely ever used, and he barely ever used it because it was at a point. The point price tag for that model made it unable to fit into standard size games.
If you're gonna use a dragon, it's gotta be the star dragon, and he's just so expensive.
That's in 2001 game, you never see him.
Yeah.
So that's getting to dust off models you haven't used very often. That's a big deal to me. I think that's awesome.
Like, okay, taking a dragon, knowing that you could have brought a cannon, is a huge risk.
That's right.
Risk.
Yeah.
So I mean, I just found a reason to put them on the table. I thought I was gonna get cannon down. But
that's right. So we're going to play another game. I think what we're going to try and do now is play a 2001 game with the same Lord and Hero restrictions, change up our armies, and see what impact that has. But that was our sort of like test run for it. We played a smaller game. The reason we played a smaller game was intentional, so that you could, the differences were highlighted. You could see what power units would do when there wasn't a lot of army to go fight them, right? Like you had them basically forced to fight each other. It made for a very boring maneuvering game, I found. Because the game all took place. Well, I didn't have anything to do, so like my only play was sit in a corner and wait for you and shoot you until you came to me. So that I did find a little bit uninteresting, but we'll see what happens when we play with full 2,000 point armies and a 50% Lord and Hero cap, and what the board looks like and what the game looks like then. So if you want to join us, click the link. You can come and hang out with us for another game of Old World Wars, Warhammer. It's going to be in the vault. If you're not already a vault member, click that link anyway. You can spend about 30 seconds, sign up for a free 7-day vault membership. It's a free trial. Half of the Old World Wars games are going to be in there, so you can check them out, along with all of our 40K content, War Machine content, Infinity content, painting tips and tricks with Chris, and all the cool behind-the-scenes Life of Wargamer, background-y, MiniWarGaming stuff. So if you like it after 7 days, you could decide to become a full-time vault member, support us here at MiniWarGaming, working so you can play. So we hope to see you there. Until that battle report and next time, happy wargaming.